What is up, everybody, and welcome back to Tattoo Critiques. I'm Pony Lawson, and today we're going to be trying something a little different. Once again, welcome back. Let me tell you, my inbox absolutely gets flooded with tattoo submissions, and a lot of times things get left behind. So today we're going to try out a lightning round to see if we can squeeze in a few more rather than the typical 5. The caveat being, I only have 1 minute to give my first impressions and critique on every single one of these tattoos. I'm also going to blindly rank them into a top 10 list. Now, this is the first time I'm seeing these. I don't know what to expect. Ryan's going to send them over and start the timer. I think we're going to have a lot of fun with this, so let's see how it goes. All right, tattoo number 1 sent in by Amirah. A little rough, if I do gotta say so myself. I think there's a lot of technical aspects lacking on this tattoo. The red looks like it hurts quite a bit. It doesn't really look that clean. I don't know what's going on with the manhole in the background on fire. The fox or kitsune gets a little lost in the background as well. Yeah, I don't know about this one. I would give this one a solid 5 out of 10. So I'm gonna put this at number 7. All right, tattoo number 2 sent in from Chris. Party on, man. Yeah, wow. This one's a little rough. Kind of reminds me of the, what is that, a 7-Up moon? I don't know. This one could definitely use some work. The teeth are pretty haggard. It looks like they're all gonna fall out. The saturation on the glasses looks like it's roughed in there. I would almost bet that this is an at-home tattoo. Also, judging from the background. The constellations are a little weird. It almost looks like ants crawling on the skin. And yeah, just the line work itself is not good. No, yeah, the McDonald's Moon Man, that's what it is. Definitely reminds me of the McDonald's Moon Man. But yeah, I don't know. I've definitely seen better. This one's definitely seen better days. I'm gonna have to put this one at the number, I don't know if we're gonna see anything worse than this today. I'll put it at number 9 to be safe. All right, I think I'm kind of getting the feel for this. Normally I have a lot more time to dissect these tattoos, but I kind of like the genuine, authentic first impression feel that this is giving. So let's see what's next. All right, tattoo number 3 sent in from Emily. Damn, this thing is solid. I really like the color choices in this tattoo a lot. The blue seems like it could use a little bit of work. It gets a little muddy where those blues meet the black, but the blue dots in the background seem well put in there. And yeah, I absolutely love those orange salmon-y colors that this thing has. I love the double eyes, the tears look great. I just absolutely love this pop art look that this tattoo has. Yeah, again, I mean, it could use a little bit of work here and there. Her fingers look a little skinny, but overall, I mean, I would enjoy having this tattoo. I'd have to place this, let's give it the number 3 spot. All right, things are heating up. All right, tattoo number 4 sent in from Sam Baker out of New Zealand. And all right, pretty average TIE Fighter tattoo. I don't think there's really anything crazy with this. I do like how they added a little bit of watercolor to the background, but it doesn't seem that bright and vivid. It seems kind of dull. Obviously I can tell what it is, so it does have some cleanliness to it. I do wish there were a lot more bold features to this thing because it just doesn't pop. Yeah, I don't know, there's not really anything special with this one. Again, kind of like run-of-the-mill, average, everyday tattoo. I'd have to put this in my number 5 spot. We've still got the number 1 spot open. I'm hoping we see something really cool. I mean, the Emily pop art tattoo was dope, but I do think we're gonna see something better. All right, tattoo number 5 sent in from Carlos with a 2-day-old tattoo, and Carlos mentioned in the email that he's not sure of the longevity of this tattoo. So let's see what we've got. Well, I don't think it's going anywhere. Those shades are dark. Some of those stipple shades in the hood are definitely going to soften out a bit, but again, I don't think they're really going anywhere. I really hope that white highlight in the cheek and nose disappears because it doesn't look that great. And as far as the overall shading goes, really patchy. The hands look rather small. I'm not sure if that's just the angle of the photo that it was taken. The hair looks blocky. Yeah, again, just the overall shades, not that smooth, could definitely be a lot better. I'd have to say this is subpar. There's not really any crazy tricks used in this thing, and there's not really any like solid line work, or again, solid shades for that matter. If I had to rank this thing on a top 10 list, I would have to put it at, I'm gonna go number 8. As an artist, I like to use the best products available. And what do I use, you ask? Why, none other than Mad Rabbit, the cleanest in tattoo aftercare. So do yourself a favor and head on over to madrabbit.com and check out all they've got available. And be sure to use code PONY20 to save 20% off of your entire order. All right, let's get back to the show. Whew, really running through these things, but we still have that number 1 spot and that number 10 spot open, so I'm hoping we see something really amazing and also really terrible. Ryan, reset that timer and let's check out tattoo number 6 sent in from Tyler. It's a weird one. I feel like I've seen that face before. I don't know if this is from a cartoon I've seen, but it definitely looks familiar. As far as the technical application goes, it could definitely be better, but it's not a bad job by any means. I do like the oranges and blues. I think they complement each other pretty well. I wish it popped more, but maybe it's a fresh tattoo, and hopefully those yellows kind of come out after a week or two. It's just a very unique tattoo. I kind of like how the sword or dagger is going at this zigzag shape. Again, nothing special, but I think it's meant to look that way. It almost reminds me of a Rick and Morty tattoo. Maybe that's what it's from. I don't know. Maybe you guys can let me know. Some of the line work is a little wonky, but like I said, could be worse. But if I had to put this in the rankings, I would have to sit this at number 6. Oh boy, only 3 tattoos left, but I'm feeling pretty confident with my top 10 so far. All right, tattoo number 7 sent in from Randy out of Singapore. Randy, let's check out what you sent in. This thing's pretty wild. I do think the subject matter is kind of boring, but I guess I'm not an eagle and cheetah or panther kind of guy. I don't think it's supposed to be a panther. It looks like a cheetah, but it's very dark. And the other side of the leg, I think, is a little more appealing. It's a little more, it's got a little more shock value to it with the angry ape and the wide open mouth snake. I do believe the dog portrait was there ahead of time, but maybe they did a little touch up to it or something like that. It just seems out of place from the rest of the tattoo. But this tattoo does seem well done. Again, it just feels a bit too dark for my personal taste. Going back to that cheetah or leopard, the face does seem a bit elongated or a bit wonky. I'd say the best part about this tattoo is either the eagle head or the gorilla head.
Time.
All right, time's up. So if I had to put this anywhere, I'm gonna put this at number 4, just under the pop art tattoo. All right, so hopefully this next one is either really good or really terrible, because the only spots I've got left open are 1, 2, and 10. And if you guys want to play along at home, grab a pen, rewind this, and let's do it again. All right, tattoo number 8 coming in from Alessandro. And Alessandro, you sent this is a really nice tattoo. I love the soft shades this thing has. It's a very unique tattoo as well. I do love how the hummingbird's beak, I guess you'd call it, is going through the woman's lip. And everything has this nice realistic effect to it. I kind of wish the detail in the bird was a little bit more strong. Maybe the use of a 3-liner or a 5-liner could have accentuated some of those details. But as far as the face goes, this thing is money. And a solid nose is really hard to capture in tattoos, and the artist did a bang-up job on this one. And I love the subtle details in the hair as well. It's nice and dark, but you can still tell there's some texture there. And I'm hoping to see something better than this one, so I'm gonna put this in the number 2 spot. So I've managed to leave the number 1 spot open and the number 10 spot open. I'm hoping I didn't flub this too much. Next one up is from Jordan Light out of the UK. And Jordan, you sent over a beautiful looking neo-traditional rose. This is what I'm talking about. This is a well-executed tattoo in every sense of the word. The saturation in this tattoo, the line work, the little black shades in the background, this is a recipe for a great tattoo. I'm a huge fan of the pinks in the tips of the leaves. It just changes it up a bit, keeps some nice interest going on. The minimal use of white as well. Excellent job on the tattooer. I really wish the rose on my hand looked like this. No shade, Garrett. But no, it's definitely a different style than what I've got, but I'm a huge fan of a well-executed neo-traditional tattoo. There's not much better. I'm glad I saved the number 1 spot for something like this, so I'm gonna have to put this up at number 1. And hopefully the next one we see is a really terrible tattoo, because the only spot I've got left open is number 10, so I'll feel really bad if I have to give that spot to a good-looking tattoo. All right, the next one up is from Simon, and Simon, you sent over well, this is not a bad-looking tattoo by any means. This thing looks pretty great. It kind of looks like it's from a video game maybe, or it's just some Valkyrie, I'm not sure. But this is a good-looking tattoo. I wish the photo itself wasn't so desaturated so I can see the actual tones shining through. It doesn't have a lot of action going on, but that's okay. It just seems a little boring, but again, not bad. I love the hair in the background. I love the chunky shades that it has. Not only the hair in the background, but the fur that's wrapped around her chest or shoulders looks amazing. And yeah, this thing really keeps your eye moving throughout the entire piece. I just wish maybe there were some more depth in this tattoo, like a castle or something in the background. If I could do it all over again, I would give this one the number 2 or number 3 spot, but unfortunately all I've got left, so I'm gonna have to put this one at number 10. I'm really sorry. Alright, so I don't think I did too bad of a job blindly ranking them, but I want to see how I would rank them if I had them all in front of me. And number 1 I'd have to give to Jordan with the rose on the hand tattoo. This thing is just a solid tattoo all around. Also, doing a hand tattoo can be extremely difficult, so I gotta throw you extra points for that one. Number 2 I'd have to give to Emily with the pop art tattoo. This thing is just very unique and creative, and I think it's something that you could see from across the street. Excellent work. Number 3 I'd have to give to Simon with the back piece Valkyrie tattoo. This thing is huge. I do think it was a little boring, but all around the tattoo artist's skill really shined through. And again, you gotta throw some extra points his way just for the time it took to put this thing down. Number 4, I'd give to Alessandro with the portrait tattoo. This thing is just buttery smooth. And it also has that creative factor to it. I just really like the concept. Number 5, I'd have to give to Randy with the animal's leg sleeve. Just not my cup of tea. I know a lot of people love animal tattoos. I just think they're middle of the road, and as far as the tattoo work itself goes, again, not bad by any means, but also not top notch. So number 5, right down the middle it goes. Number 6, I'd have to give to Sam with the TIE Fighter tattoo. Again, not really crazy or creative, but solid tattoo nonetheless. I just think if the artist would have added a bit brighter or more vivid colors to this tattoo, it would have been a bit higher in my ranking. Number 7, I'd have to give to Tyler with this lemon tattoo. The execution was okay. It wasn't that creative, and it seemed like the yellow was really dull. But again, that could have just been a fresh tattoo. Not really too sure, but I don't know. It's just meh. So that's why I think it deserves the number 7 spot. Number 8, I'd have to give to Amirah with this anime tattoo. I just think there's a lot of fundamentals lacking in this tattoo, and I don't really know what's going on in the background. It honestly looks like a manhole is on fire. Just leaves me kind of clueless. And again, going back to the red, just looks painful. The number 9 spot is saved for Carlos with this Mary tattoo. Again, a lot of fundamentals lacking in this thing. That shading is pretty rough. The shading in that headpiece should have been a lot more smooth, especially because it's made of cloth. It just looks like they threw that thing together last minute. And number 10, we've saved for the McDonald's Moon Man. This thing just looks like an at-home tattoo. There are so many things wrong with this tattoo. Not really sure if there's any saving it aside from a cover-up or laser removal. Unless you really like it, then be my guest, keep it, because it's not going anywhere. And the fact that it's just taking up so much real estate, not really leaving you any room for future good tattoos. So while you may have done your daughter a favor by helping her out with her tattoo career, which is commendable, just not maybe the best idea. You're still hitting the number 10 spot on my list. Now, typically we don't share who the artist is on this collector series, and since you already know who my favorite is, maybe go check out the artist that Jordan sent in, who goes by hung_young_ on Instagram. I took a peek at his portfolio and he's got some solid work, so do yourself a favor and head on over to his page, check it out, give him a follow, and let him know I sent you. And congratulations, Jordan, once again on being my favorite this week. So that's gonna be it. What did you guys think? Should I do more of this series? Let me know in the comments. And don't forget, if you want to send your work over for me to critique, you can do so by sending them to ponycritiques@gmail.com. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button while you're here, and as always, I will see you guys next week.